Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the time response of the first order system. So before going to the first order system, first we have to know what is the order of the system and what is the type of the system. The order of the system is nothing but it is the value of the highest exponent that appears in the denominator part of the transfer function. That means if you take any transfer function, if you are making the transfer function value equal to infinity, then you are getting the poles of the system. If you are making the transfer function value equal to 0, then you are getting the zeros of the system. So the order of the system is nothing but the highest exponent appears in the denominator part of the transfer function. That is the total number of poles which are present in the denominator part of the transfer function. And the type of the system is nothing but number of poles located exactly is equal to 0. Number of poles located exactly at s equal to 0. So in order to understand this one, the type and order, I am taking one example. So the first system transfer function is 1 by s plus 1. So here in the denominator part only I am having one exponent, that is s power 1. So the order of the system is 1. And here if you observe this transfer function, here we are not having any poles at the origin. That's why the type of the system is 0. So let me take one more example. So 1 by s into s plus 1. So here the highest order is 2 because whenever you are multiplying s into s square plus s. So the highest order is 2. So the order is 2 and s. So here we are having one pole at origin. That's why the type is 1. So if you want to plot these transfer functions on the s plane, so here for the first transfer function only we are having one pole at minus 1 like this. So that's why order is 1, and here we are not having any poles at origin, that's why type is 0. And in the second transfer function we are having one pole at minus 1 and we are having one more pole at 0. So one pole at 0 is equal to 0, one pole at s equal to minus 1. So here we are having one pole at origin, that's why type is 1 and the order is 2. So let us discuss the time response of the first order system. So in order to discuss the time response of the first order system, I am taking one open loop transfer function which is connected to the unity feedback path. So this is the open loop transfer function 1 by s of t, 1 by st or 1 by s tau. This is connected to the unity negative feedback path. So if you want to write the C of s by R of s for this system, so this is the negative feedback system. C of s by R of s equal to forward path gain divided by 1 plus forward path gain into feedback path gain. So here the forward path gain is 1 by st and the feedback path gain is 1. So C of s by R of s equal to 1 by st whole divided by 1 plus 1 into 1 by st. So we know that the transfer function of a closed loop control system has the unity negative feedback. So the transfer function for that particular system is g of s by 1 plus g of s into h of s. So in place of g of s we are having 1 by st. In place of h of s we are having 1. So substitute the values of g of s and h of s in this equation. So g of s equal to 1 by st, h of s is equal to 1. So whenever I am substituting, I am getting the equation 1 by st whole divided by 1 plus 1 by st whole divided by 1 plus 1 by st. So if you simplify this one, 1 plus 1 by st. So whenever I am simplifying this one, I am getting 1 by st. So do the LCM in the denominator part, st plus 1 by st, and st gets cancelled out. So finally you are getting C of s by R of s equal to 1 by s tau plus 1. So this is the transfer function for the first order system. So here we are having the highest exponent in the denominator is 1. So that's why I am saying this is the type 0 first order system. So the power of s is 1 in the denominator term. Hence this transfer function is the first order and the system is said to be the first order system. We can rewrite the above equation. So I am trying to rewrite this equation. I am taking this R of s into the right hand side. Then C of s value becomes 1 by s tau plus 1 into R of s. So here where C of s is the output, R of s is the input, and 1 by s tau plus 1 is the transfer function of the system, where C of s is the Laplace transform of the output signal C of t, and R of s is the Laplace transform of the input signal R of t, and t is the time constant. So in order to get the time response of the first order system, we have to follow certain steps. First one is take the Laplace transform of input signal R of t. Consider the equation C of s equal to 1 by st plus 1 into R of s. Substitute R of s value in the above equation. Do partial fractions if C of s if required. Apply inverse Laplace transform. So first of all, whatever the basic standard signals we know, I am trying to apply that basic signals to the first order system. So what are the basic signals we know? We know impulse, ramp, step and parabola. So in this video just I am going to explain impulse response of the first order system. Impulse response means for the first order system the input is impulse, then only you are getting the output is impulse response. So in order to do that one, we have to follow these steps. So input is impulse means R of t equal to del of t. Input is impulse means R of t equal to del of t. So first step is take the Laplace transform of input signal. So I am taking the input signal is del of t. So Laplace transform of del of t is 1. Laplace transform of del of t is 1. After that substitute the R of s value. Consider the first order system equation, and after the substitute the R of s value here. After substituting the R of s value, do the partial fractions if required and apply inverse Laplace transform. So I am taking the unit impulse signal at the input of the first order system. So R of t is the input. I am taking the input as del of t, and if I apply Laplace transform on both sides of this, R of t becomes R of s and Laplace transform of del of t is the 1. So I am taking R of s equal to 1. We know that the first order system equation is C of s equal to 1 by st plus 1 into R of s. So in place of R of s, substitute this value, because we are taking the impulse response. We are taking the impulse signal. So in place of R of s, substitute 1. So whenever I am substituting 1 in place of R of s, I am getting C of s equal to 1 by s tau plus 1. So here no need to do the partial fractions. Directly apply the inverse Laplace transform. So before applying the inverse Laplace transform, just I am taking the t as common in the denominator. 1 by, here I am taking t as common, t, so s plus 1 by t. After that apply the inverse Laplace transform on both sides. So inverse Laplace transform of C of s is C of t, and here 1 by t is the constant. Inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus 1 by t is e power minus t by t. So we know that the formula related to the Laplace transform, that is inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus a. Inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus a 1 by s plus a equal to 1 by s plus a equal to e power minus at. E power minus at. This is the formula related to the inverse Laplace transform. So e power minus at. So here I am applying the inverse Laplace transform. Inverse Laplace transform of 1 by s plus 1 by t. In place of a, I am having 1 by t. In place of this a, I am having 1 by t. That's why the equation is e power minus t by tau or t by t. So this is the impulse response of the first order system. So the unit impulse response of the first order system, you are getting 1 by t e power minus t by t into u of t. This is the unit impulse response of the first order system. So here this 1 by t is the constant and e power minus t by t is the exponentially decaying function. So whenever any constant is multiplied with the exponentially decaying function, definitely the response is nothing but exponentially decaying function. Exponentially decaying function. I hope you understand the concept. What is first order system? What is first order system? So you will get the response like this. If you trying to draw the response with respect to time, so take time on x-axis and response c of t on y-axis. So here the constant value 1 by t is multiplying with the exponentially decaying function. So that's why you are getting the response like this. You are getting the response like this. So in this way we are trying to find out the time response of the first order system if the input is applied. Here the input is impulse response. Thank you everyone. Hope you get some knowledge about this.